Hello, hello.
Hello.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Militia, and welcome to this very interesting live stream. Today, we have got two of the people on the team behind Naughty Clogs, one of my favorite game dev teams.
One more setting.
Oh, shoot.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Okay, how about that's output?
I probably could have kept it on the starting student screen for longer, whatever. It's fine.
It's all right.
It's all right. This is production. This is how we do it.
Behind the scenes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Discord's one of those things where you know the output's selected correctly, but it's still not.
Fair enough.
We love Discord.
Woo! All right, I'll start again. How's it going, everybody? My name is Militia, and welcome to a very interesting live stream. Today, we are here with two of the team members behind Naughty Clogs, one of my favorite game developing studios that has butted up over the past year here. They have developed two games that we've actually done on the channel here, one of which was Don't Pee, a very interesting sort of simple little horror game, and where you try not to piss your pants, and of course, the game that myself and Pixels have played quite extensively on the channel here, Skyward Extraction, a 4-player roguelike. I guess I don't know the technical term for what Lethal Company's genre technically is, but the garbage collecting game in which has a lot more to offer and various other things. Now, if I may just ask real quick, just because it's in every single devlog you guys do, can I get a classic, hey, it's August here?
Hey, it's August.
All right, cool. So if you guys want to introduce yourself real quick, just kind of give you a little bit of who you guys are.
Hey, I'm August. I'm part of Naughty Clogs here. Super excited to be here, man. Thank you for the invite. This is really cool.
Of course.
This is it's an interesting thing to be able to play with people who like our games. This is very neat. So yeah, just one of the founding members of Naughty Clogs. There's currently, I want to. There are 5 of us, and you get 2 out of 5 today.
That's good. That's good. I'll take it. Math is fun.
I, on the other hand, lead developer, longtime game creator, and got on board with these guys. Saw some really creative talent, and said, "Hey, I want to help. I want to develop some games with you guys."
Excellent, excellent. Well, I'm very glad you both are here. And I believe you guys are also familiar with my cohort here. Pix, how you doing today, man?
I am doing great.
Excellent, excellent. All right. Do you guys want to do this do you want to go play game and while we talk, or do we do?
Let's play the game while we talk. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You got a game? If you want to send me that password. I will.
Sure. I can do that. Here we go. Should we do in-game chat, or should we just stay on Discord just for the sake of audio?
I think for continuity, Discord will probably be better.
Fair
That way, just in case, because I'll tell you what, I'm really bad at our game. I die on a fairly regular basis.
Fair enough.
Ooh.
2, 3, 4. Okay, there's 4 people here. All right, cool. Let's grab a quest and we'll start up with some questions.
I'm just gonna change my color here.
Of course.
Make sure that I'm red so I match the mimic.
Oh, lovely. I wanted to bring up the update in my video, honestly, but I was like, no. People got to experience that themselves. Just get the crap scared out of them like I did the very first time I saw that thing.
Yeah, it worked.
Make
That worked
that.
out a lot better than we anticipated. It's really tough in development because you get so far in the weeds, and there is that the classic, you can't see the forest through the trees, and when you're so close to something, you lose sight of of how it's going to feel for people not involved, which is it's a struggle for a game developer. So seeing people's reactions to that has been pretty fantastic.
Excellent. I guess I'll start with my first question I had typed up here. So, all the lanterns are gone. All right, cool. First thing I was wondering, when did you guys first start development on the game, like originally?
Oof. I want to say our first prototype, Jason, that was December of last year.
Christmas break.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, Christmas break. We did. We started with it was a very ugly prototype that Jason and I worked together, and the rest of the team was on Christmas break, and we were sad and alone. And we didn't go anywhere for Christmas break, so we were like, "What if we did this prototype?" We had this idea, and we had the original prototype done in probably, I want to say, 3 weeks.
Oh,
Jason,
wow.
is this right?
For real playableness, yeah, 3 weeks. We had something really roughed out in a week and a half. Do you remember the name of the ship? The ugliest ship ever?
Yep. Oh yeah. There's a box. There's a box in the sky. Let's look at here. Jason, we got you. We're hearing you in game as well.
Oh, shoot.
The push to talk is off. Boop.
Done and done.
Beautiful, legendary. Yeah, the ugliest ship ever. It was genuinely hideous. It was this. I might, if I can find a picture of it, I'll send it to you. But it was this. I I made it in Blender. I was like, we need a ship. So I opened up Blender and I made it in probably 5 minutes. It's just a box with a long platform and a pointy nose. And that was our original ship.
And the cabin was the important part. We needed that enclosed cabin.
That's right. Yep. It was just a big empty box. I'm very proud of that ship.
Sometimes the simplest things in the world bring up some of the most interesting ideas in the future.
You always gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
Pixie, want to hit up your question?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. I am a very big fan of Kevin. I love that his name is Kevin because I'm horrible at naming things, and I really wanted to know what was the inspiration behind Kevin and using him as a system of time.
Yeah. So Kevin is our, kind of our mascot. We love Kevin. Kevin was he was a solution to a game design problem of what keeps the players moving forward, right? Because
Right.
one of the biggest things with a game like this is it's very easy to just go back and forth forever. And we wanted to kind of differentiate. We wanted a reason that was more than, hey, you have 3 days. Like we wanted something that made a little more sense, especially thematically with the lore. And we know the lore is not super fleshed out in the game yet. That's hopefully something coming very soon. But we wanted something that kind of fit and didn't take you out of it with an arbitrary number. And so Kevin was the solution to that.
Right. Like a physical representation of you have 3 days. A more
Right.
prominent
Yeah.
being, like a threat.
Essentially, yeah.
Fair enough. That's I love the fact that he's just a whale. I love that randomness of the whole thing. Like it feels so unique, especially in a sphere that there are hundreds of games that try to emulate a lot of sort of mechanics like this. So I think it's very interesting you guys go for that sort of idea, honestly.
The whale is that's actually our it wasn't a whale originally. The decision wasn't, hey, let's make a whale. That's the choice of our one of our art team. His name is Adri, and Adri was tasked with helping to design the Sky Beast and or Storm Beasts. Sorry, is what they're called. And so we needed a storm beast to represent that. Oh, there's a knife boy over there.
Cool.
So he was the one that came up with the idea. We definitely had the idea of nautical creatures, and that's more of a lore thing that we're hoping we can tell y'all more about as we go through updates. But the idea of having these nautical creatures in the air is a big theme in the game itself, in the world of Skyward.
Fair enough.
But he was the one that was like, yeah, what about a whale? And shows signs of like people trying to fight it off, and you can see the giant spear that goes through Kevin. Very reminiscent of Moby Dick and Captain Ahab kind of thing.
I guess that leans into my next question, actually. Since you mentioned some level of inspirations, were there any other big inspiration choices for like the settings, the monster designs, mechanics? A couple I was thinking maybe was like H.G. Wells, Scott Westerfield, Mike Mignola, Hiroma Arakawa sort of people. Like, was any of that sort of inspiration? That sort of field of weird sci-fi or like kind of horror-esque elements of sorts?
Yeah, it's a really great question. So the truth is, and to give you a little bit of how the sausage is made here. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh,
Uh-oh.
okay. I know I'm safe. Everything's fine.
And of course.
So Skyward Extraction is somewhat of a side or prequel to another game that the team worked on um, a couple years ago. And it was a game that we had big dreams and big ambitions about, but it's where we came up with the world of Skyward. And there is a big broader world outside of the Storm Treaders and outside of the Storm Wall, where people do go about living their lives in this post-apocalyptic world. Um, and that was kind of the foundational groundwork for the theme of Skyward Extraction. Is we wanted
I
something
forgot full
we
damage.
wanted. Yep, there it is.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that kind of helped in my death to a scorpion,
Oh.
considering I was at 1 HP.
Oh, you're dead. You're dead.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I'm dead.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Let's take off to the next island, and then we're at the Yulu.
I need fuel.
We got plenty of fuel. Yeah.
No, we're good. Oh wow.
I bought plenty, and
Speaking
when
of
it comes
Kevin.
with the ship.
Speaking of Kevin,
Oh.
Kevin, we love you.
Goodbye, Kevin. I'm sorry. You were saying. I'm sorry.
No. That's that's kind of it. I'll leave it there. There's definitely there's a whole world out there beyond this that we spent looking at. The original idea was trying to meld these genres of naval kind of like naval aesthetic, but with a higher fantasy. So there is a higher fantasy world here, where magic exists in a form. We use for us it's all stones. Magic is it exists. It does exist. That's what powers the airship, right? It is those sky stones. That's why sky stones are so expensive or so valuable in this world, is because sky stones are what help keep things in the air.
Fair enough. That's actually interesting. I didn't realize that. I like the fact that there's an in-game reason for the sky stones. I was wondering if that was like just a name that was picked, or like just a thing that had it. I'm glad that there's reason. That makes sense.
Where are we?
Sorry, my
Fun
family has
time.
decided that now is the time to conjugate around me.
That's what you are the centerpiece, the catalyst.
Hey, my setup is in the living room.
Fair enough.
Go
Picture.
ahead, go ahead.
All right, I'll go ahead. Picture to your question.
Okay. So you mentioned earlier about wanting to expand kind of the lore of the world, and I was wondering. Let me find it here.
This one.
How do I phrase this?
This one.
Kind of. Is there any like big plans that you have? Anything you can tell us about? The lore that might be involved with like the people of the Renadine Empire. You know, like the
Mhm.
reason that these guys go out and do this dangerous task.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a large chunk of lore. Oh, that's a goblin. Internally, we do have a fair. I'm dead.
Oh,
We have a fairly large chunk of lore. And the Ranadine Empire is not a. They're not just a MacGuffin here. They're a real thing. There's about Jason, do you remember? Is it 200 350 years that we went back
Mm-hmm. To write about their upcoming or their
to the
coming to power.
cataclysm? Like
Mm-hmm.
from the cataclysm to now, I think is 350 years. Um, yeah. So the Ranadine Empire is there. There's a bunch of story, and we do. I don't want to spoil a bunch right now.
oh, of course, of course.
Oh,
I think we just died in the same spot.
I just watched Pixels die. Yeah, there is definite plans to expand the lore. We want to, and the biggest part for us is finding a way to deliver that to people in a way that's immersive, but also enjoyable and rewarding as well. Rather than just info dumps or anything like that, we want to make sure that when we do it, if we do it, it has to be done in a way that feels right for the game.
Right.
Kind of like a combination of almost like environmental storytelling mixed with some like maybe it's on a mission, you see something or like things like that. I assume.
Correct. Yeah, correct. Because as an example, without getting too deep into it,
Mhm.
each dungeon that we have is designed as a location. Internally, they all have their own names. They have actual names.
Okay,
But I can't tell you what those are.
that's
It's
fine.
very
That's fair.
super secret.
Okay.
Uh,
Off call.
but
Off call.
but there is going to be like and we want to expand that in a way where exteriors will probably play a big part in telling that story.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Here's a great one. How do you guys feel developing a multiplayer experience versus single player experience like Don't Pee or the upcoming Funset Studio? I know Funset Studios is probably not the most fun thing to talk about always, but I personally that's how I found you guys personally. I love the concept that you guys were developing for that so far.
Yeah.
So how does it differentiate? You think like production wise?
Between multiplayer and single player. Jason, I'm gonna let you take this one, buddy.
Yeah, I guess I'm the multiplayer guy here. There's definitely a lot of things to consider taking into play. More often than not, it's when you want to prototype, you're in a quick state of like, okay, well, I want to pick up this thing, I want to put it back down, I want to throw the switch. And then that leads to very quickly, oh, well, that didn't work for the other guy. The other person didn't see you pick up a thing, or the ship took off without me. And so all this consideration has to go into play either after the fact or try to pre-plan for it and just make sure that the the way that you cascade the state of something in the game is shared across all those players so they can experience the same thing at the same time. Our ship kind of being one of the biggest mechanics of that is we we have to like very carefully make sure that we stay kind of inside this ship on a multiplayer scenario without it sliding out from one of us and leaving us behind. Heavy consideration there.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I've personally I have not. I'm hopefully next year trying to dabble into game development myself. So it's a very interesting thing, honestly, to see like sort of the things that go right and go wrong. I pretty much most of my free time is like watching developer stuff nowadays because I just am. Oh, Scorpion! That's a Scorpion right at the front. Oh, hello.
Right at the front.
Oh
God!
Oh god!
Oh no.
Oh, that sounds like a
I
massive.
didn't
Oh,
listen.
never mind. Yep. Yep. I'm going to.
Okay.
All right. Picks next island. Picks next island.
Nope. Nope.
Interesting.
I taketh your body with me.
He powered through that blocker. He said, "I don't care." There is
Hmm. I've never done this part. How do I
Just
Pull
flip
the
this way.
lever.
Yep. Pull the lever, Crunk.
Oh, the lever. Is this the lever?
Wrong
lever!
That's the wrong lever. Oh, here.
There we go.
I found the lever.
I
Yeah,
would-
so hey, if you're gonna start doing game development, let me bit of advice: don't make a multiplayer game.
Oh yeah, no, that was not my plan. That's not my plan.
It's tough. It's a tough consideration when you're coming up with an idea, or you're designing a game or a game you want to make, because multiplayer games do have their own charm, they have their own vibe of, it's its own content in a way of being a multiplayer game, where game like this is just like, no bones about it, it's just more fun with friends, and it is designed that way. It's designed to be played with your friends. um and I think it's a big piece for us. When we were designing this, we wanted it to be a social experience as much as a game, where you can grab some friends and you guys can hang out in Rellencost and be on the storm wall and just have a good time. And I think that's a big piece of multiplayer games in general, where you get that kind of for free just by being a multiplayer game. But boy, does it add significant difficulty to the development process.
Fair enough.
And, I will say is I'm definitely enjoy the multiplayer side of games more. It's so fun just hanging out with friends doing stupid shit.
I'm gonna buy the upgrade.
Fair enough. I'm gonna buy
Mhm.
some health potions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've all died.
I'm hurting.
I got a boo boo. I'm gonna hit you guys with the double whammy because I kind of just thought of something and I wanted to know, and it
Oh,
fits
yeah.
with this question. Firstly, I want to know, how did you guys come up with the name Naughty Clogs? And then, secondly, what is the team's favorite monster in the game?
Ooh,
How do I drop? Oh,
that's a good
There we
one. So Naughty Clogs, originally we were looking for something fun, because Naughty Clogs came about when we made Don't Pee. Um, that was the name. We actually had another studio, but there was some stuff, and I don't want to get too far into the weeds on it. But that studio had to go away. Um, and so when we reformed, we had Naughty Clogs, and originally the clog was the shoe. It was the shoe.
Mhm.
And the original logo was like the idea was a smirking wooden clog. Just because we thought it was fun. It was goofy, and
Right.
it was, kind of catchy. But once we made Don't Pee, we changed the logo to be more of like a clogged drain. Um, and yeah, it's fun. It's a fun name. People tend to react well to it. And it's, not much crazier than that.
Yeah.
As as far as enemies, oof. Jason, what's your favorite monster in this game?
Mine's the mimic.
Yeah.
I like how it gets people.
Okay.
that scared the shit out of me the first time we streamed that.
I have to say the mimic too, because the mimic is my baby. And I just think it's a great idea. Like, and I know other games have done mimics, but we wanted to kind of elevate the mimic a little more, of like, and there's still things I want to do with the mimic that make it even more convincing. But right now it does a great job as it stands. But there are other things that could make it even better. But watching people react to the mimic is just it's my favorite part. If I could have a compilation of people's first time seeing the mimic, would be a gift.
Fair
Sure,
enough.
it'll happen.
This is a bit of a long question. And I think it ties back to something I said a little bit earlier. This is like a relatively new genre. I've coined it in my head. I've coined it as the junk collector genre. I don't know why.
Nice.
But obviously, there are a lot of games that feel similar to the source material that it's adapting. And while some games tend to take a more copycat approach, you guys have opted for a hell of a lot of original ideas, honestly, which blows my mind, honestly, that a small team like you guys have done so much to really invigorate the genre. It's the reason that I made that video originally. Was I wanted to make a video solely about Skyward Extraction, but I'm like, like the YouTuber brain is like, oh fuck, I gotta do something that's really gonna be I gotta try to diversify and then try to make it so I just don't do it. But so my thought is, the process behind all of the original ideas, was it a thought of, hey, let's
Oh,
sorry, I see a little gremlin boy here. Don't bring
yeah,
mama. Don't bring mama.
look at
Thank
this lime guy.
you. There into his soul. Was it more of a, hey, they did this, let's do this instead, or was it more of a, this is an idea we had that kind of just evolved into, we have to do it in this genre because it only makes sense to do it in this particular genre?
It's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. So
Oh.
I mentioned before. Oh wait, go ahead. You were gonna say something?
Oh no, I found the route. That was all.
Oh, okay. So originally we, like I said, we were working on our other Skyward game, which between you, me, and the wall, it may someday may see the light of day.
Fair enough.
But that is a very big scope game for a very small team. And we had this kind of like foundation, this idea, this world out, and we actually did, the team, to mention the other games, we did get kind of involved in playing, the source material, as you've mentioned.
Yeah.
And what we really took from that was, man, oh
Uh-oh, I
no,
don't like
who
that.
did it? Who did it?
I'm near the exit. I'm out.
What happened?
Oh no, I don't know where I am.
Oh,
I'm
was
with
it?
mommy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I found the child's. That's not good.
Oh no.
Not the
Oh,
mama, not the mama,
Oh, I'm
not
at
the
the. I
mama.
found the exit. I found the exit. Let's go.
I hear her. I hear her. Oh no. I'm
Good
all
luck.
alone.
Not
You
the
can do it. I
baby.
believe in you, man.
Still haven't found the rod.
Oh no, we found the red. We found the red.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's out.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it's all good.
Then I just need to leave. Yeah, so one of our a big takeaway for us was, that game is great, and it's great as a social experience. And I hope I don't get strung up for this, but it got boring pretty quickly, unless we were modding, right?
That's exactly how my thesis of my video essay starts. That's literally how I said it.
That
You
was
know,
that
I-
was what we found. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Pixels.
I was gonna say no. I agree with that sentiment completely. Like, I started off playing Lethal Company, and
He
it
said the
just
name.
got boring quickly. What?
He said the name. Oh my god.
Oh.
No, anyway, no, I'm sorry.
You said
No,
the
go-
name.
go-
You said the name.
Whoops.
Zeekers is in our chat now. Run.
No, it's okay. I'm not a representative of Naughty Plugs. It's okay. I'm allowed to shit on it.
but anyway.
No, you know what? Real talk. Super impressed by what Zeekers was able to do with that.
Oh,
game.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
But yeah, for us, it was, wow, this social experience is really fun. I don't know if I'd ever play this game by myself. And,
Mhm.
or we played for quite a bit the first couple days, maybe a week. And then it was like, all right, well, that's kind of it. And that was our, there's another game called Sea of Thieves, which
Oh yes.
Yes.
to
Yes.
I
really
don't know if
bring
you heard of
this
that
all-
one.
to really bring this all the way back around, the original Skyward idea was Sea of Thieves with airships and
Oh.
progression.
Oh, like Guns of
because Sea
Icarus.
Thieves- No. Guns of Icarus was a PvP game.
Oh, right. No, you're right. I'm sorry.
He wanted the co-op adventure of Sea of Thieves, but without the PvP and with airships, but more importantly with progression, reasons to continue playing the game beyond. I got gold, so that I can get another quest to get more gold, so that I can go get more gold. so that I
Mhm.
can get more gold. And that was, we wanted something a little more substantial than that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great game. It's super fun. Um, and I've had many hours of great times in that game. Um, but we wanted something a little bigger, a reason to keep playing.
Alexa, stop.
Redemption.
Mhm.
And that was why, it's like, what if this had progression? What if this had a bigger world? What if this had reasons to keep going beyond just number goes up? And that's kind of, that's where we said, hey, we have this world that we've created, and it would fit really well in this kind of idea. It's already a post-apocalyptic world. It's already, a scary, it has potential to be scary. Um and that's, and thus we were born. So it was a desire to, we need fuel. It
Oh,
was it was born from a desire to kind of evolve the genre a little bit, of, taking something that's already really fun and
Right.
giving people a reason to keep playing.
Right. In I see the game it was kind of like the stepping stone. They cast the first stone that allowed people to improve upon.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that their game was bad. They were essentially innovating this type of game.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. You see that with a lot of genres too. There's the survivor, like the vampire
right,
survivor likes. There's the souls likes. There's the survival crafting games. And it's like there's always a game that has to walk so everybody else can run.
right,
I always look at Lethal Company like the FNAF of the junk collector genre. Like, and I know that sounds dumb, but it's like it's. I mean, I think back to how much like FNAF had a huge impact, honestly, on the indie horror space, and it just kind of gives me that same sort of feeling of like all these. I hate to use a word like this. All these scrappy companies coming out of the woodworks and developing these really interesting, like I mean, and not to bring light to other games, but there are some other really cool games. Like there's Murky Divers that's done the underwater Lethal Company thing. There's the that new one that just came out. I don't remember the name of it. God, I'm a terrible YouTuber. The I'll think of it later. Not the point. But there's so many interesting ideas, and I love the fact that you guys have done something that a lot of games don't. You've created something that's super, progression based and doesn't feel super grindy or handholdy. And even when you lose and you mess up, it does create that element of like, okay, I can come back. I still have some of these perks. They give me the potential to not have as much trouble on the next run, and I'm able to really work towards something more interesting and such. Which I really love. Personally, roguelites are one of my favorite genres of all time. I've been obsessed with Balatro recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've lost time. Probably had work go in late because of that. Probably shouldn't be saying
Yeah.
that live, but
It's addicting. It's,
but
it's an
you're gonna get in trouble.
my whole thing with it is like I love the element of like it's not just like you said, it's not just collect gold and thing happens. It's there's stakes, there's elements to be had about a game like this, and it's not just like a different type of idea but the same sort of concept. Like when in a game where like you play something like Destiny, right? Where you scale up with the game, you're doing, let's say, 10 damage at the beginning of the game, but then you're doing 10,000 damage, but the enemy has 100,000 damage, but at the beginning he has 100 damage, so it doesn't really feel like you're making meaningful progress, which I feel like, again, that you guys really nail that, honestly. Especially considering, too, the further you get in, the more stones you get, the more everything. I don't mean to glaze here, but it's just I really like what you guys are doing. I really, really do. That's
Thanks, man. That means a lot.
no problem.
And just a little bit of insider info. Um, we are, in our we are working towards getting this game as a full release. Obviously, we're not
Mhm.
gonna, abandoning it. But one thing we've internally, at least, as far as we know now, unless player feedback is no, you're stupid, don't do that, is we really do want to accentuate that roguelike experience of, considering each game that you do as a run, and not just, a random kind of smorgasbord of different dungeons and stuff. So that's something we're working to deliver here as kind of a priority.
Sorry, that's the jump pack.
Okay, he scared me.
Sorry.
Boom.
I just want to say you guys have nailed the art style and the aesthetic. It. I remember the first time when I got on, I was just absolutely blown away. I just loved how it looked. Before I had even got like we were still in just the main island. We haven't even gone to the dungeons yet. And I was just stunned by it. It was awesome.
That is entirely the that is on our art team. It's two people from Spain, and they have essentially crafted the visual aesthetic of this game from the ground up. We have Adri and Sergio. And so Sergio's our lead environment artist, and they work together to make this just phenomenal style. I'm absolutely always anytime they come up with something new, I am blown away. They've
Oh,
done such an incredible job.
they are incredibly talented.
Oh yeah.
I know Thaz also, one of our other guys, he was saying the same thing too. He wasn't able to make it today. Well, which I mean, it's good that there's two of you here, but I'm sure he would also say the same thing because he's a ritzy boy as well. But
Yeah. He they're sorry, I thought I had more time. I just ate an almond.
oh, you're good.
Oh, it's all good.
I'm talking with my mouth full. I'm so rude. So they, there were a couple iterations, and they've done a great job of just unifying everything and creating this very kind of congruent, unified style that just really fits this world. Which is funny because the original take on this before it was Extraction was more stylized. It was much more, closer to something like Sea of Thieves or in that kind of brighter painterly look. But when we came over and we started doing this, it was a combination of them, figuring out a style that they could unify across the board and then iterate on very quickly. And that's this is what they created, and it's got. I mean, it's just really neat. I'm gonna geek out for a little bit here. Being able to see like the PBR materials, these how you have it's pixel art, but they have reflections. They have the way that the lighting works with everything. It's just phenomenal the way that it looks. And anyway, I just want to give them as much credit as possible. Sergio and Adri, absolute legends, and I'll leave it there.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
Pix, you got your next question lined up.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you wanted to ask it or not, but
Oh no, you're good. You can do it. Just round.
No, you go.
Yeah. No, you go. No, you go. All right. What does the roadmap look like for the game over the next few months?
This is so this is the question. It's a little tough because we're very small. We're a very little team. But the current roadmap is we're pushing towards that full release. And as I said earlier, it's one of the biggest things is embracing that kind of roguelike. So as far as what we know, we're working on now. We're the next big thing is going to be our difficulty levels, because that was one thing we wanted to do early on was having the game get more difficult, and that's really hard to do without like combat in a game, without stronger monsters or anything like that, because movement was
By the way,
Kevin's
go ahead and
here.
leave me
Kevin.
behind. I'm dead.
Kevin.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Hello, Kevin.
Goodbye,
Bye.
Kevin.
Um,
See you later.
so difficulty was a thing, and we just needed to find a good way to increase the difficulty, and so we think we've got it, and we're working on it now. But essentially what'll happen is as you do each run, right, when you start the game, you'll have a quest, and it'll be a tier 1 quest. when you complete it, when you get back to RNest, that's the name of the lobby, by the way.
Oh,
is
okay.
RNest.
That's fair.
Alrighty.
Cool, cool, cool.
And when you get back there, you will then push into a more you'll get the option to select a higher tier quest, a more difficult quest. Um, and that means that the run when you select one of those will become more difficult by adding new elements to the game. Some of the things we can talk about is traps. Everybody's wanted traps. They're coming. Traps are coming. We want actual traps in the game, and we've got a system for them. But so the higher tier will introduce traps into the game. Also, each difficulty tier will add new dungeons that are unique to those difficulty tiers as you progress all the way up to right now. Currently, we're shooting for I believe 3 or 4 tiers. And obviously the rewards increase as well. So Skystone rewards will increase as the difficulty tier goes up. But that's where you're going to start seeing new monsters, unique monsters for different dungeons, and having that full kind of progression into the harder run. But as you progress and you're buying upgrades and you're getting better at the game, you're going to be able to push into more and more difficulty tiers. So right now, that's the main priority on our roadmap at the moment is getting that roguelike system into the game and working well.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
I suppose. Is there any other minor like things? Like I'm assuming probably like the minor stuff on the back burner is probably more like customization for like the ship or like maybe the character models, things like that. I'm assuming too.
Yeah, so that's something we've talked about quite a bit.
Oh, hello.
And we want the idea. We love the idea of customization. But as we're in early access, the biggest piece is to make sure that the game itself.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
Oh, sorry. Fuck it. Not that way. Not that way.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. No, no good. So that's been our focus. Again, we're a very small team, and we're doing what we can to try and get this cruising. But it does take time, and finding out where to put the resources that we have is the most important thing we can do.
Of course. I'm so happy you guys aren't just doing style over substance. Honestly, that's very nice to see, especially in the very small developer team. I'm very happy you guys got the priority of like gameplay and such first, and then focus on making something that looks or it gives the ability to give more customizability. I don't speak English very well. Customizability.
Customization.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
Now you're making me struggle.
Oh, hello.
Ah!
So does he? This is a random question. Does he like? Is there a way to like? Do you have to like stare at him? Like, what's the way to do that?
He. You want me to spoil it?
I'm
How he works?
sure. Why not?
So he wanders around the dungeon and plants totems. Those are his little totems,
Mhm.
and he leaves. He doesn't want anything to do with anyone.
Mhm.
He's very territorial. If you get inside of his territory and close to him, he will try to threaten you off. If you don't leave, he will kill you. So he is hilariously enough one of the scarier monsters, but also one of the most avoidable, because as long as you don't break his totems, he'll leave you alone and don't get into his personal space. He'll leave you alone. He won't kill anyone until you mess up.
He didn't leave me alone.
Yeah,
Oh,
he died.
Oh, all right.
I believe you either triggered his trap or you walked within his personal space.
Oh.
You violated his personal space.
Safe space.
It's just
Yeah.
my space.
Once he feels violated, all bets are off. He will hunt you down until you leave.
Fair enough.
You didn't leave me alone.
That's the only monster I was unable to figure out. That makes way more sense. Okay.
He's just, you know what? He's doing his thing. He's planting his totems, decorating. Just let him do his thing, Don't
Fair.
bother him.
Yeah.
Interior design, it's important.
Yeah.
Don't mess with him. He won't mess with you.
He's doing important business.
Exactly.
Collecting faces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Listen, that's important business, okay?
Everybody needs a hobby.
absolutely. Just look at that guy with the skin collection, the Silence of the Lambs guy. You know, he had a hobby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it's horrible. But
Yeah.
boys.
I'm sorry. It was the only place my brain went. I'm sorry. I'm still waking up a little bit.
Oh, you know, everybody has a skin collection.
Huh?
Well, you don't? Yeah, you're weird.
Anyway, that was the questions we had written down. Pix, do you have questions that you thought of possibly?
I had one. I don't know how to phrase it. I know you guys had mentioned. I don't remember exactly what it said, but I think you had mentioned something about combat, and I was wondering, are you guys opposed to having ways to fight the enemies, or are you just like planning on keeping it how it is, where there's not really any way?
We this is
Or, like,
this
have
is
you
a
dabbled?
discussion. This is a discussion. Yeah. We made the decision fairly early on to not have combat or a way to fight back to make you feel as vulnerable as possible. Because we wanted to sell the idea that you're adventuring into this very dangerous, this is you're a storm treader. This is a job with a low life expectancy. It's incredibly dangerous. Like the mortality rate is astronomical, but it's a great way to make money. And it's mainly desperate people that are doing it. And so we really wanted to kind of keep that in there to make you feel vulnerable. That being said,
We
we have
have
heard.
the.
Go ahead,
I was
Jason.
gonna add. We have the music box and we have the loot, and we can expand on that.
Yes,
Hmm.
on interactable items. We we are still very much
Oh, goblin.
against combat, but not to take anything off the table here. But we've thought about potential ways to interact with the enemies in some way. And without, getting
Of
too
course.
serious about it, that's kind of where we're at, where we've heard people. It does seem to be a pretty common bit of feedback. So it is something we're actively looking into.
Okay.
Ooh,
A lot
I
of
am so
goblins.
glad
This is
all of us
interesting.
are there.
Interesting. Okay, so I just realized something about goblins. If you're in a group, they don't attack you. That's interesting.
It's a little more specific. They don't like to be outnumbered.
Oh. Oh, ow. Fuck.
I'll pull him out. Oh, so for instance, I am now all alone with these goblins, and so they are perfectly fine.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, and
Are you getting bullied by the goblins?
yeah. So goblins don't like to be outnumbered. It's they always want an advantage. If they feel like they have an advantage, then
Oh, no. Ow.
oh, you're toast. Oh
No,
my gosh.
no.
Run. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, to kind of capstone your question here, interacting with the enemies in a way beyond running away is definitely something we're talking about internally.
Alright.
I don't want to make this like a suggestion, but the way you worded it, it almost sounds like there's non-violent ways to stop with the enemies, which I think is very interesting. Oh, please, I'm sorry, I'm not meaning to be in your space. Please, no.
What? Oh,
Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
Somebody just triggered the totem.
Ah.
Run, Pixels, run! He's right behind you. Oh my god!
I'm out of spray.
We got this.
Show me how to leave.
I'm trying.
Lead me.
I'm trying. Oh, I think this is it.
Don't you shoot me. You're not gonna shoot us because there's two of us and you're just one small guy.
He's
That's
just
right.
a little guy.
Bully the
He's
ba-
just a goofy little guy.
Bully the guy.
Kill
Ah!
him. Take his little money.
Oh, no, not that. No,
Oh
Pixels.
no!
Pixels!
What did I touch?
You touched the totem!
I can't see.
Grab the backpack! Grab the
He's right
backpack!
behind you.
Oh,
Everything's fine.
okay.
Everything's great.
We did it.
Everything's great. Everything's fine. Why are we worried, guys? Why are we worried?
Nothing happened.
Nothing.
Nothing happened.
I wasn't even
Um,
worried.
We only lost.
I'm
We
not
only lost
almost-
August. We only lost August. It's fine.
I'm not almost
I
dead.
told you, I'm really bad at this.
That's
game.
okay.
I die all the time.
Thank you. Thank you for clapping.
I'm gonna grab the stuff at the front entrance, and then we can.
Yeah, so,
we
the
leave
subject
without
of
him?
combat, the original idea is we wanted to avoid kind of the tactic we saw in the source material of, you know, when you get really good at the game, you tend to just run in, stun a
Right.
monster, and shovel it to death, right? And you know,
Right.
removing that threat. And we never wanted the monsters to not be a threat, right? Where
Knock knock.
who closed the
there?
door?
Password. I have password. Eat.
Yeet.
Is the password. Good job.
Woohoo! We gonna make it to? Yeah. Should we call Melvin? I feel like we haven't called Melvin.
We got 3.
We got
We
3.
can maybe.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. We can make it to this. Do we go from? I think we make it to the. Or no. I think we have to be in the middle one. Okay. Yeah, let's just go. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep cutting you off there. I'm sorry. My bad.
No. Play the game. You're having a good time, and I love to see it.
Well, you know, I don't know. I was wondering because I know you said something about it earlier. I'm not saying that I necessarily want it, but I felt worth asking.
Yeah, I
But-
completely understood. Oh wow, that's a good haul.
It is a good haul.
Yeah, again, it's something we're discussing internally.
Mhm.
And because when we talked about the difficulty earlier, there's some things coming that we think are going to be really cool. Kind of front run by our art team. There's some neat things. I'm not going to spoil it.
Oh, of course. Of
There-
course. Of course.
There's some neat things coming.
I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see.
Very excited. No, I get where you're coming from though. Where once you had the opportunity to fight back, it kind of takes away a little bit from the threat that the monsters originally opposed.
That was kind of where we were at.
Gives it
Just the
more of that.
drop, huh?
I almost feel like it's almost like a like it takes elements from a lot
Nobility.
of single player games, you know, because a lot of games you can't necessarily combat something like Outlast is a great example of that, I think, where all you have is your video camera and you've either got to hide or you've got to be tactical with your movement and such, and I think it really lends well to a game like this, you know, honestly, just not being able to progress, not being able, you have to be crafty almost, and it's almost more interesting to have to do that versus just, you know, oh hey, here is gun, boom, now you're dead.
Right. Yeah, it does. It changes the vibe of the game. You know, and there may be a way to do it where
Mhm.
it's a minimal thing, but it's
Uh,
not necessarily a bad thing, just different.
Okay,
I found an issue.
what happened?
Uh-oh.
I think I'm stuck.
Oh.
Oh nope, I slid through. Okay.
Perfecto.
I was gonna say I was very scared.
Yeah.
See, that's the real horror for us. Is you guys are like, oh, there's a monster. We're like, oh, there's a bug.
Oh no!
Much scarier.
I imagine.
It's a double-ended sword because you could mean a bug in game, like, or a bug like a scorpion. Oh wait, bugs aren't scorpions. Wait, no, I'm dumb. Wait, no, I'm gonna shut up now.
Hold on, no. Everything you said there is absolutely wrong.
Yeah. My brain don't work always. I'm sorry, boys.
Bro, head strong.
I did.
Where are you going, little guy? Oh, is there
No.
a name for the little flying guy?
For the drone.
The little hummingbird? Yeah.
It does not have a name yet. It is just the
Oh,
drone.
Okay.
Maybe it needs to have a name.
Alrighty, I'm filled up.
If it had a name, what would that name be?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Good question.
I'm bad at naming things. I would give you a name along the line of like your Kevin name. I would go like Carl, Steve.
Carl's a good name. We love the name Carl in this.
Yeah,
I am lost.
that sucks. What is? Oh, it's Gas Boy. I juke you.
Oh, hello, Pizzle.
Where's the exit?
Oh, wait, where's the
The
exit?
exit around here?
Is it? No, no. We are.
Do you not know where the exit is?
No, oh wait,
No
yes.
one-
Ahaha. There's a hummingbird.
We're
Fun.
naming the drone Carl.
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 I'm in a cavern.
Uh-oh. I hope you're having fun in your cavern.
I guess actually that brings up an interesting question with I guess Carl the drone as he's been unceremonious. What was the thought behind it? Like I love the idea of being able to have that, like, you know, he pings, he does like a little light source if you don't have lanterns. I think that's really cool. Like, what was the inspiration behind that one?
People like my son who are too afraid to go in the dungeon but still want to play the game with their friends.
That's sweet.
Giving
That
them
is-
something
yeah.
to do to interact with, you know, everybody else and still be, you know, meaningful and helpful in the game. That was always, you know, you've seen other similar mechanisms in the source material. But we wanted something to kind of stand out a little differently, where you can still participate, you can still explore the dungeon, but you know it's brighter. You can see in the dark. You're not
Mhm.
nothing is a surprise to you when you're piloting the drone. So it does fill that role of, you know, the man in the chair sitting back at the base and
Right.
being
Oh, let me get that
able
back.
to interact with the team.
Oh wait, someone's gotta take my jump back.
And this, I want to point this out. I want to, when you get back to the ship, I just need to make a call out here. When everybody's back on the ship.
Okay. And then still talking about Carl. I was just thinking, have you considered potentially making it where you could upgrade Carl, where maybe he has like a capacity where he can like pick up like an item or whatnot, so he can be a little bit more interactive?
Yes, and in fact, early on, the drone there was a whole perk tree for the drone. And you know, but that it's a hard one to balance. It's a really
Right.
hard one to balance because the drone is so safe.
Mhm.
You know, we internally, we toyed with the idea of the drone being able to carry an item, and then people just end up flying the drone in, grabbing all the items, and bringing them to the front. We even had the idea of the drone being able to have a defibrillator that could bring people back from the dead. But again,
Oh.
it becomes very strong. So
Right.
there is the concept of still a perk tree for the drone. If you
Mhm.
just want to be the drone operator and that's all you do, and you level that up, but we do need to find a way to balance
Right. To balance it out.
it's
make
yeah,
it
very
okay.
very difficult. But I want to point this out. I want to point this thing out.
Yes.
Because this is a device that was created by Jason, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I don't know if you guys have explored this or if you use the in-game voice chat, but a big thing is when someone is on the drone, they don't actually know what's happening around them. So
Oh.
Jason made this intercom system so that you can talk into this and talk through the drone so that the drone operator can hear you. And so, you know, if he's flying around and everybody's alive on the ship, like, hey, dude, we're ready to go. And he's like, oh, okay. He can go. So I just want
Oh.
to point this out. I want to point the intercom out.
I did not realize
It
that.
came in the last update. So it's new.
Fair enough.
Okay.
The boys and I still need to do a proper session for this new
Oh,
update.
for real.
Because I love when I loaded it up, when you guys did the voice chat update, I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I load up the game and everything's dark and like more ominous and gothic. And I'm like, oh shit, this is cool.
Things are
Vibe.
going hard.
Yeah. Definitely kind of shifted the vibe there.
You know, the first thing I noticed when I got on, I'm like,
Agreed.
oh, it's nighttime.
Yeah, it is much darker across the board. The lighting has been adjusted everywhere. Because it was very we've kind of waffled. back
Broke
and
your
forth
back,
on
dude. Looking up at the sky.
I'm sorry. I was just looking at it. It looked really cool.
No, it's funny. It's just funny to see. Yay!
Hey.
Oh shit, that was funny. I'm sorry.
One
Okay,
fuel.
okay.
Got two fuel. We only need one really.
Okay.
Can we make it to the boss? Okay.
Health. Let's do some health.
Yeah, I'm
I'd love
purchasing a couple
health.
of health.
I need a lantern.
That's
I bought one by another because
have you
I've
earned
been
a
going
lantern though? Is the real
lanternless.
question. Have you earned that lantern?
Have you
No,
earned
I haven't
that
done
lantern?
anything. I haven't done anything. I've just been talking. I'm
Uh,
hanging out.
You earned it, but you earned it with conversation. That's all that matters. That's
Yeah. Have ooh. Now looking at
I'm
the
Mr.
shop.
Schefter.
Looking at the shop, I just thought, is there? Do you think there's gonna be any more like packs? You know that you can buy because like I know there's like there's the grapple pack, the jump pack, and then the glide pack.
and the meal pack too.
Yeah.
Yeah, packs are kind of interesting. Packs are something we want to expand on, but also make sure that we're selling the usefulness of the packs. And that's something we're working on in our new dungeons, is making sure that the dungeons are designed in a way where having a pack is beneficial. Um, different packs having different benefits. For instance, there are instances of this currently in certain dungeons, like the cave dungeons, and
What?
the castle, where there are hidden nooks and crannies that can only be accessed via.
I
certain
saw that when I was using the drone earlier. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
packs. And
Jason, did you get healed by that?
I think we were moving too fast.
Oh,
Should
that's
be.
weird.
Yeah, it's good. Try now that we're idle. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Whee!
I need one more. Addicted.
We can't.
he's addicted to the potion. We
I'm
gotta cut him
addicted
off.
to the potion, man.
Man, you
Cut him
got.
off.
This is a support group. We're here for you, man. We're here for
No,
you.
I'm okay. He's mine. I swear I'm not addicted, man.
Got the fent. No.
Do I have a pack? Oh,
Did we buy it? Did we get fuel?
We got enough to get to the dungeon. We're here, or the
we're
big,
at the.
Oh, okay.
the big bad boss dungeon. I guess I don't know. I'm.
This
I'm
one is tough.
Ooh. I love the design of it. Why am I at them like I've never
Puffy.
seen? I've seen this before. What am I going over? I still love it. It's cool. No, it is cool. I love the castle. I'm a huge medieval gothic sort of architecture person. I love it.
Good to hear. It's good to hear. Yeah, this is definitely in my opinion the most difficult dungeon in the game. It's very labyrinthian.
Oh, for sure. And I think the fact that like it's so easy to get lost in all the maps. Honestly, I feel like that really only lends to kind of the horror aesthetic of not knowing where you are.
Right.
It's a good map design.
Oh no, I'm not alone.
Well,
Oh.
that's the to the point of, to bring it back to the packs. That is the point of something like the mule pack, which has a perk to drop breadcrumbs. Right? It drops little.
Oh! Pixels!
Something down there.
Yeah, it's a goblin. It's a
Alright.
goblin. Come together.
But there's a thing. But there's a thing.
Go away, you dumb goblin.
Yeah, go away, you silly gobbler.
Oh, little man,
yeah,
little man, somewhere. I hear him somewhere.
And
Okay,
I
well,
don't see
take
a
breath.
lot of people using the mule pack for that purpose. So I think
I bought that perk especially because I wanted to try it. I was like interested, but I forgot to buy a meal pack.
oh, perfect.
Quest updated. Deliver. Yes, let's go.
Oh wait, did I find it? Is this the thing?
No, that's not. No, that's just bottle of
Oh.
wine. That's bottles of wine.
Oh, I thought I did it.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, no, that definitely looks like the thing.
I swear, I hear the little goober.
I think you're just crazy.
Maybe I am crazy.
Goblin.
Crazy.
I goob.
I was crazy once.
Hello. Crazy?
It's the goob.
See, now that's how
Missed. Oh, I missed it. I was almost pro.
You were.
I
I was
was
about to
watching you the
say.
whole
I was
time,
about to
dude.
say, man.
Dang. A walk of shame up the stairs.
That's-
You had to use the stairs like a normie.
If
One
he
of
hits
us
it.
ground
Okay.
walkers.
And he hits
Oh,
it this
you
time.
did
Let's
it!
go.
Yeah.
Redemption.
Woo. Oh, picks. Grab the back. Grab the back. Picks.
Oh yeah, I'm the only one that can.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
This is great. I can get my 4th perk now. I've got enough stones.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Boink.
Okay, I think I had. This is just a thing. So okay, I'm gonna kind of tie this all together in a weird, not weird. It's not a weird question. Not weird. So okay, my old logo used to be Plague Doctors. So when I saw this game, that's kind of the other big thing that really drew me in. I love the Plague Doctor sort of aesthetic with everything, and I'm wondering, where did the Plague Doctor idea come from? Because I love it. Is it just the meme, or is it like, is there more to it?
Honestly, it really was just oh,
I
I
think,
just
yeah,
realized
yeah, we're there, but we
Oh.
have to fuel up if we want to leave again.
right. So what would have happened if we had no fuel when we landed there? We would have died, right?
Yeah, I think. Oh wait, why am I answering that? No, I'm stupid.
Well, you would know that we had no fuel before we got to.
Oh wait, I gotta give it to
The
that
castle.
guy. That's right. Homie, you want the thing?
Hooray!
He wanted the thing. He did. He wanted.
He
it.
wanted it.
Anyway, the Plague Doctor thing. So when I came up with the
You're tall.
originally, it was the idea that we're going into this storm, and keeping it in the theme is what would they wear to protect them from like environmental hazards or because the storm is dangerous. Being inside the storm is dangerous in and of itself. It's in the world of Relin Cost. The storm itself encompasses the whole planet, right? The it's over the entire surface of the planet. And so humanity has escaped up into the air using skystones to keep, buildings floating, ships, and the floating islands that have their own skystone built like veins. Um, but the storm wall is a part of the world where the storm extends up even further up into the sky and has swallowed, like it moves and it's swallowed up all these places. So the idea of the Plague Doctor is, what kind of mask would they wear to kind of survive inside the storm wall? And we wanted to harken back to that idea of like, the old like 1940s poster art of 40s and 50s of like pilots with the Ushanka and the pilot hat. So melding those together with the goggles, we really wanted to invoke the sense of like we're pilots, we fly, we're but also it is a corrosive, toxic environment that we're going into, and what did they? That's in that time period of kind of where we're getting the aesthetic from is what did they wear? Gas masks didn't quite exist, so Plague Doctors did, and I'm sure you know the lore of actual Plague Doctors
Yes,
and
yeah.
the stuffed noses and all that fun stuff. But that's kind of the idea. Is we wanted to sell the idea of these are people that live in the sky, that to sell that the environment is toxic.
I'm gonna quickly try this backpack here. I want to see.
I don't know if I did break your cheese guy, but he's not giving me any more cheese.
Here's a limited amount of cheese.
You're cut
Okay.
off.
Fair.
You're cut off.
You're addicted to
Okay,
health
okay,
potions
okay.
and cheese now.
I
Picks,
was-
come on.
Wait,
Well, I was spamming the
Ooh.
cheese, and then at one point
Okay.
he just stopped giving me cheese, and I'm like, I
Interesting.
don't know if I broke him.
we need another intermission for him. Cheese intermission.
Pistols,
No.
pistols, pistols,
No.
pistols. Come here,
Cheese
buddy.
intervention. Give me
No,
the
it's
cheese,
mine.
bro. Hand it over.
I don't got the cheese. I ate it all.
How do you eat all the cheese, man? Why are you doing this to yourself?
He hasn't found the cheese room yet.
Is it cheese
There's
room?
a cheese room? Do tell. I must know about the cheese room.
Oh no.
The cheese.
So,
room, the
I'll,
No one in
cheese room.
the... Show
So-
me the
You
cheese.
You want
found
it.
the cheese room?
If you want all the cheese, you're gonna find the room.
You gotta
Oh,
find the.
we will.
You
All right.
gotta find the room.
All right, Pix. Next time with the boys. We've gotta go and tell them about the cheese room. We have to
We
find
gotta
the cheese-
find the cheese room. That's
Find the
good. That's
cheese
our
room.
next thing.
I'm not gonna tell you.
That's fair.
all-
I
that's
appreciate
all I'm
that.
giving you.
You can
Um,
promise you're not lying about the cheese room, though, yeah?
I promise I'm not lying.
So I will.
Okay.
I'm gonna quickly go through chat because I was not paying attention to chat this entire stream. I was just focused on the interviewing process.
Bad
I'll
streamer.
I'll quick. I'll quickly.
Sorry.
I'll quickly just go through
Rapid
here
fire chat round.
because they had some basic things that they wanted to bring up here.
Of course.
A lot of people, one of my regular viewers was like, the game development be more organized as a form of art, not just a form of entertainment. They said that's very cool and impressive. Someone made a joke about Kevin. Someone said that one of you has the Krusty the Clown laugh.
Probably me. It's me.
Okay,
Yep.
fair enough, fair enough. And then one of my regular viewers, Mr. Myers here. Is there any way that monsters could unlock new moves and behavioral patterns that make it more complex as the roguelite moves forward?
There is a way. I don't know how realistic and viable it is, but anything is possible in game development. But that's a very cool idea.
I don't know. Well, as soon as I heard unlock new moves, I just thought of our monsters doing the thriller.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that is always a possibility to kind of increase difficulty of changing their behavior. It's tough. It's always tough because you have that balance of people not expecting a monster. People expect a monster to behave a certain way once they learn it, and that's part of the skill expression. Having it become different is definitely a feasible option. It's just a matter of making sure we do it right in a way that makes sense, that fits that monster. And there are certain things that we internally we've talked about as well, and in that kind of vein. For fun development fact, the goblins originally used to, the idea was they kidnapped you.
Oh.
So they originally would stun you or paralyze you and then drag you back to their lair and tie you up. And you would have to be rescued by your friends within a certain amount of time or they ate you. One, we thought that was pretty gruesome. It was pretty it hit a lot of themes that didn't resonate well with us. But the other piece of it is being stuck there and you have no way to tell your friends. You're stuck there for a set amount of time, not able to play the game, not able to watch your friends. So we nixed that idea and just made them steal the items instead.
I think it's a really cool idea, honestly. I think that's one of my favorite enemies in the game, is the goblin.
I found something. I don't think it's the cheese room, though.
What'd you find?
Here, hold on.
I'm sorry, continue. If you're-
Wait, no. Oh! Okay, good thing I had the grappling pack on.
I don't actually know where he is.
Right here, follow me, right in front of you.
Huh?
Militia,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
come this way, friend. I found a barrel room.
Oh, yeah, that's underneath. Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh yeah, you've been there?
Yeah, been there.
There's a picture of the homies before they set out on their adventure.
Let's see. Someone suggested that if you guys do go with Carl, it could stand for Comprehensive Area Radar Locator Drone.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
he
good.
is silent.
Love it. Love it. Clap, clap.
Couple people made some jokes. When's the battle pass dropping?
Battle pass is highest priority on the list. Before anything else, we need the battle pass. That's not
Yeah.
Season 5 is gonna begin in January.
Already?
Yep,
Wow.
Oh, damn.
The premium
Where-
battle pass.
That's
I miss. Oh.
$500. Got it. White Raven has said he's been enjoying the game. He also said that the new mic system is working great, but he doesn't realize that we've been talking in Discord this whole time. That's fine though. Don't worry about it.
Real quick, I
Oh.
need a special shout out. I gotta shout this
Of course.
person out. White Raven is a legend internally. If it's the White Raven I'm thinking of, White Raven has the record for the most hours played of this game.
Oh wow.
And not by a small margin. Like
Oh shit.
literally the top player. Of the game.
Oh, he says it's him. He says that's him.
An absolute legend. Internally, you are. Everybody on the team knows who you are, and this person has played over 150 hours of this game.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Literally a hero and a legend, and we appreciate them so much.
Let's go.
And I wanted to publicly shout out White Raven. You're an absolute.
He
gem.
says it's over
Thank you.
200 now.
What a beast. So I mean, you know, there, you know, there's the meme, right? And it's like like that Simpsons meme. It's like, do it for her, and it's like we got pictures of White Raven in the office. It's like, do it for them. Do it for White Raven.
We do it for you, man.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead and continue.
Oh no, that was and then we have suggestion of tripping a mine could be able to stun an enemy chasing you, which could be interesting. And then my other regular viewers also said you guys are very based developers.
We're just out here on our Sigma grind set, dude.
Honestly, I want to just thank you guys so much for honestly coming on and doing this interview. This was the first time I've interviewed a game dev team in I think about 2 years, and this is the first time we've done it live. So this was a very fun, absolutely interesting experience.
No, dude, thank you so much for bringing us on. This has been an absolute pleasure, dude. You know, I had a great time, and you know, questions are good, and it's been great to talk to somebody. You know, that cares enough about our game that you know, just and play with you and have that chat. It's been great, man. Thank you so much.
No problem at all. What the fuck?
I can ride you.
Oh, let's go.
Onward, my
New tech.
steed.
New
That's
tech.
called top tier game development.
Yeah. No, this is a new strat, man.
The only other little tidbit before we leave, in case you aren't aware, this dance is perfectly synced with "Gangster's Paradise" by
That's
Coolio.
amazing. That's amazing.
Is it really?
It
Oh
sure
my
is.
god.
So just keep that in mind. Every time you see this dance, I want you to hear that song in your head.
I will.
Copyright is up. Fucking-
That's why the song's not in the game.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. Honestly, it's been I'm so happy to have been able to make this video, talk with you guys, and continue to keep playing your game. And I'm excited to see the future of what comes of Skyward Extraction and anything else that you guys put out. Honestly,
Yeah.
What
Absolutely.
Oh, it's because he's looking down in the crab.
Whatever, the crab walk.
He turned into a
Crab walk.
crab.
Crab walk.
Crab rock.
Broke my back. Anyway, sorry.
No,
Now I'm just being goofy.
No,
All
you're
right, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Thank you again
as
so
well.
much for having us on. It's been a wonderful time. Can't wait to go back and watch the stream, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be sure, guys, to play Skyward Extraction. They're not sponsoring us. They just did this out of the kindness of their hearts. We love Skyward Extraction.
It's a great game.
Buy Skyward Extraction.
Buy it.
Buy it
If
now.
you're not buying it, is an act of buying it.
All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day. We'll
You
see you
too.
next time.
All right, bye. All right, Pix. Thank you so much for hanging out, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's going well.
I did not have the game audio turned on again. Oh my fucking god.
You didn't have the game audio
Fucking
on
damn it!
the entire time. How did you not notice?
I don't know, dude. This is the second stream in a row I've done this, man. Fuck.
Was it your game audio or was it like the stream?
It was
game
the
audio?
stream game audio. Fuck
Oh my
me.
God.
Thank God we
Dude,
weren't doing this with
anybody-
in-game chat, man. This would have been really, really bad.
Oh, that would have been horrible. I'm glad he insisted for consistency.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Holy shit.
God, if they name it Carl, I'm gonna feel so happy.
If they name it
Yeah,
Carl,
right.
it'd be great. Oh my God. Oh God.
Oh.
All right. Well, Fix, thank you for hanging out, man.
Absolutely.
Ollie,
Thank you
there
for
was
inviting me.
no problem, man. Ollie, there was a spot I think in the middle of the stream where they were talking about game development tips. I don't know the timestamp, but I can try to find it if you need me to. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back this Friday with Gavin and I playing some more Pokemon Leaf Green Randomizer Soul Lock bullshit. Hope y'all have a fantastic night, and I will see you guys in the next stream video. Go check out the new Skyward Extraction video essay type thing. Have a good night, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.